Naina and welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's episode, we will be talking about how to know your mental health professionals. Okay, the first one, a clinical psychologist. Who is a clinical psychologist? A clinical psychologist is someone who can assess, diagnose and treat mental health disorders and mental health conditions. Okay, and they can provide psychotherapy to their patients. A minimum degree for them is an MPhil and or a PhD in clinical psychology. Now coming to a psychologist. I am a psychologist. What does a psychologist do? A psychologist assesses and treats mental health issues that are stressful on an everyday basis and that will benefit everybody. I can't be called a clinical psychologist because I have a minimum of only a master's in psychology. So for me to qualify as a clinical psychologist, I will need an MPhil and or a PhD in clinical psychology. Right? That's what a psychologist does and that is what a clinical psychologist is. Now moving on to who a psychiatrist is. A psychiatrist is someone who can assess and prescribe allopathic medications to treat mental health problems. Right? And they have a minimum of a medical degree in psychiatry. So an MD in psychiatry. Right? Then we have a psychiatric nurse. A psychiatric nurse is someone who looks after mental health, who looks after people who have mental health conditions. As simple as that. They help the client they help the patient or the client in their everyday work. And the minimum qualification for a psychiatric nurse is a diploma in psychiatric nursing. Right? These are the nurses that you will find in a psychiatric institute, in a psychiatric hospital. They are trained to help the patient in a hospital deal with their emotions, deal with their conditions and also, help them in their everyday life. Then we have a psychiatric social worker. A social worker, a psychiatric social worker is someone who works with the family and the community to help spread awareness about the mental illness and its treatment. So the minimum qualification for a psychiatric social worker is a master's in social work for psychiatry in psychiatry. Right? Now the last person, something which I learned recently. I learned about them when I was working in a cancer hospital. So there's somebody called a spiritual counselor. Now, who is a spiritual counselor? Why do you need a spiritual counselor? A spiritual counselor is someone who helps a person when they have certain kinds of spiritual needs, when they have problems in understanding their spiritual beliefs, when their spiritual beliefs have been hampered due to various conditions or due to various experiences that they might have. So it is to strengthen their spiritual beliefs, to strengthen their spiritual side, to help in healing. Because there are so many people who, start to lose touch with their spiritual side when they used to actually be in touch with their spiritual side. So to get back to who they used to be, a spiritual counselor can come in handy. They will really help in that aspect of your life. And they need a minimum, not like those babas that you see on TV, right? A minimum of a master's in spiritual counseling. I'm not sure if India provides this particular degree, but there are a lot of institutes in America and in UK that actually provide a degree in spiritual counseling, right? I want to stress a little bit more on spiritual counseling only because it's a new topic and maybe people might also mistake it for being very religious in nature. But in its essence, spiritual counseling does not deal with religion. It only deals with your spiritual beliefs. It can be absolutely anything. Yes, it has its core in Buddhism and Christianity, but it is not bound to only Christianity or Buddhism. And that's all for today. I hope you understand who your mental health professional is and seek the right help that you deserve. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Bye.